One thing I don't think we realize or think about enough is the degree to which not only are we brainwashed, but we are susceptible to brainwashing. And what causes our susceptibility to brainwashing is simply that we, um, by virtue of living in quote unquote civilization, are, are presented um, invariably or inevitably, no matter how much, how assiduously we avoid the news, we are still confronted with um, these forces um, that have the power and have the ability to amplify um, certain perspectives, certain points of view, and to uh, um, to render unappealing or to cast aspersions on um, other points of view that they, these entities don't want us to adopt. We're at their mercy simply by virtue of um, being in being in a society. We live in a society, but it's not just any society. It's living in mainstream civilization. We make ourselves automatically vulnerable, susceptible uh, to this style of what I will call brainwashing. And this isn't like it's not like other civilizations didn't do that too. Um, it's just that their their values, the values of the the promulgators of of virtue and of so-called virtue and so-called vice were uh, actually closer to being virtuous, whereas today's opinion shapers and not just opinion shapers, but those who just have the ability to amplify, to give to put wind behind a certain notions, to to cause these notions to flow everywhere, to be in our faces everywhere. And of course, we can fight against it, and we should, and we do. But we're fighting an uphill battle because we're whoever we are. What dissident voices simply don't have access to the same kind of what do we call it? I don't know, bully pulpit. I'm trying to figure out what to call it exactly. Because I'm not talking so much about. I know terms have been. I know I've heard the roundhouse. I've heard the cathedral, um, the synagogue of Satan, what have you. But what I'm talking isn't so much about the the set of depraved and degenerate beliefs that they want us to adopt, um, and try to pressure us into adopting, and try to convince us that we're bad people if we don't adopt these things, and that we will be socially ostracized if we don't adopt these things. Um, you know, it's not that's not really so much what I'm talking about, because we know the kind of things that they want us to believe. We know that. What I'm talking about is the I'm trying to come up with a term for that which amplifies certain things and not others. That which has control of a big uh, bullhorn. Um, in the in that there is money behind it. There's sophistication behind the means by which they push this stuff on us. And those who are against it, those who are dissidents, it's not as though it's not like you can't. I'm not saying you can't win. I'm not saying it's I'm not proposing anything. This is not a black pill kind of notion, but it is acknowledging that the bad guys, if you will, have the power, and they have the power to broadcast their bad ideas and to amplify